This story takes place in Karachi, a city on lockdown like any other, teeming with millions. It was Ramadan, and what she missed most was sitting in the square at night with the rest of the neighborhood. She was a very serious student, confined in her house up on the hill. She didn't feel lonely. She spent her time mainly chatting on Instagram or lying flat on her bed and looking up at the beige ceiling. In 1974, Georges Perec wrote on the subject, "I like my bed. I like to stretch out on my bed and gaze at the ceiling with a tranquil eye. I would gladly devote the major part of my time to do this, mainly mornings, were I not so often prevented by supposedly more urgent occupations. But people no longer pay attention to ceilings." There had been one big change. All her life, her father worked abroad as a foreign expert, save for a month or two every year when he visited, a guest in his own household for 23 years. Now, for the first time in her life, there he was, for 4 months, and he was there to stay, for now. She felt that she was getting a chance to know him in a new way. Her mother had a husband for the first time in their marriage. She remembered a particular day, almost 4 years ago, when they had gone to the beach as a family, the beach which was now emptied after a corona party gone wrong. It was a sad celebration, a forerunner to yet another of her father's departures. Yet as she looked at her mother, she saw relief, even contentment. It was the first time that she saw her mother as an impenetrable personality, a more complicated being than the simple slate of mother. Even much later, she liked to hold on to this image of her mother. How much was left unspoken, she wondered.
Coves and cornices crowded in on my mind, impatient pillows oppressive in their welcome, bearing down. We liken plaster profiles to the nosy neighbourhoods of our youth, escaping to the sheltered beach sands when the crowds came. Those rough-housed rocks were refined in a way the architects of our minds never would be. Though we read for hours, stretching thoughts out on those cliff beds summers long, laying out burned limbs and half-baked philosophies, as if we'd solved the sun. We built worlds in the sand, year after year. Decades passed. Now, those tired towers of childhood have crumbled, but we lay pebble upon pebbles as we lie here, staring up at the ceilings of our shared sandcastle past. Grainy images fade to silhouettes, plaster mouldings a horizon in our small city room, as though waves of old had carved them there. In the morning, a shell on the shelf in the bathroom winks to remind you as you brush your teeth. A stone in your shoe from winter-gritted streets, and we wonder when sand became no more than an antidote to snow. But in our hearts, under heavy cornices, we will always be the cove.